everybody. Please be seated. So first off, thank you all for being here. My name is Anthony, although many of you know me as Moose. Daryl and I have been friends for the better part of our lives. The wonderful sport of football brought us together in our early teens and continued to be a major part of our friendship through our adolescent and young adult years. We did everything together, whether it was winning games in the football field or tossing people out of nightclubs. Through thick and thin, Daryl and I always had each other's backs. Given our history as best friends, I have also had the pleasure of knowing Lanny for more than a decade now. I witnessed their love mature and evolve from puppy love to what will now be forever love. So before I begin, I would just like to say that I am honored that they chose me to marry them today. When the happy couple suggested to me that I be the one to officiate this wedding, my immediate thought was that they were just looking for an easy way out. This way they could go right ahead and find an officiant off their long list of things to do before the wedding. But as the idea that my best friend was getting married sunk in, and the many emotions that go along with that, I reflected on how fortunate those are who experience love and considered the different roles that it plays in each of our lives. It occurred to me that it all begins with the love of your family, your parents, the people who care for you when you're young and new to life. As an adult, these people continue to care for you as though you were young and new to life. Lanny and Daryl were incredibly fortunate to have come into this world by people who have cherished and nurtured them from the day they were born. Their families have supported their endeavors and consoled them in times of need without ever needing to be asked to do so. As Daryl's friend, it seems as though Lori and Harry always had enough room for one more big boy at their table. So not only did I have my very own incredible family, but I also experienced firsthand the unbreakable bond that exists between Daryl, his sister Stephanie, and Samantha, and their parents. Just as Daryl was privileged to be brought up in a loving home, Lanny was also blessed to have grown up surrounded by a strong family. She is the proud daughter of Carol and Joel, who have raised her to be nurturing and compassionate person, loved by her siblings, Kalea and Jano. These families were the bride and groom's first introduction to love. As children, having experienced the positivity and strength that comes of it, this love set them on their life's path with the capacity to grow. As we find our independence as children and begin to connect with others of our own volition, we learn how to love as a friend. Some of our most significant friendships start with a small encounter, maybe in a park, playground, or football field, and over the years become as meaningful to us as our families. Take, for instance, the friendships we find standing up here with Daryl and Lanny right now. The beautiful bridesmaids and groomsmen. We have a saying amongst the boys here, and it's Ferda. It's Ferda boys. It's a term we use to describe someone that will do anything for his friends when called on, no matter what the situation. And today, we see the evidence of this bond. These people have shown up on one of the most important days in their friends' lives to offer their approval and support of Lanny and Daryl's decision to take the next step together. With this in mind, I would like to talk about the special kind of love that we are all here to celebrate today. That is a love we share with the person we choose to spend our lives with, our life partner. A type of love that is both endless and timeless. This is the love that calls to us to leap from the edge of life we once knew and fall into a future founded on trust, loyalty, not knowing anything except that our significant other will be there by our side. Despite the abundance of love they had both been shown in their early lives, it was inevitable that Lanny and Daryl should meet 11 years ago. In the time that has passed since, they have experienced incredible adventures abroad together. They've begun to build their own home together, and they have experienced the hardships that all young love faces. And rather than turn away, chose to pursue a future together. They created a bond that exists only between them, and that is what brings us here today, before their family and friends, to make a promise to one another that they will honor from this day until their last. Ladies and gentlemen, Daryl and Lanny have written their own vows for this special day, which they will now recite to one another, and Daryl will start us off.
Not me. Not me. Not me.
It's a Viking horn.
On this day, I give you my heart, my promise that I will walk with you hand in hand wherever our journey leads us, living, learning, loving together forever. I love you with love that cannot be expressed in words, only in kisses, glances, and in our years of our lives. From this day forward, I will love and comfort you, hold you close, prize you above all others, and remain faithful to you throughout the days of our lives.
Lanny?
From day one, we went into this we weren't looking for anything serious. We didn't even know where we were going. Look where that took us now. You made the years so easy. They just flew by. And here we stand today, surrounded by friends, families, loved ones to help us, loved ones who has helped us become who we are today. Today, I promise to continue to stand by your side, always make you smile and laugh. I promise to always eat your food and not share mine. I promise to continue to push those buttons. I promise to always give you my bacon, and I promise to always have the first bite of the hash brown. I love you. P.S. I just wrote this in the
That was beautiful. The vows that have been exchanged by Daryl and Lanny have been offered in our presence. But words are fleeting, and the sound of them is soon gone. Therefore, the wedding ring becomes an enduring symbol of promises that have been made. Before I ask the best man for the rings, I would like to say that accepting of wedding rings is an important and significant symbol of the wedding ritual. These rings are what you will take with you, because the flowers will wilt and the party will end, but your ring will be there to remind you day after day that you are loved and that you have been chosen. So Matthew, I'm gonna ask you now. So Daryl, please take Lanny's ring, and you're gonna place it on her finger, and you're gonna repeat after me. I, Daryl, take you, Lanny, be my wedded wife,
To be my wedded wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
for better or for worse,
better or for worse,
richer or poor,
richer or poor,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish
to love and to cherish
from this day forward
from this day forward
until death do us part.
until death do us part.